All right, we're live. We're live, baby. Welcome back to the Rundown with Sam, everybody. Today's episode is a bit different. We got a good couple of topics that we're going to be talking about, so stick around. First of all, we got the most unbiased Real Madrid fan. You guys already know
Going
who's
on,
in the
guys?
building. Second of all, we got Dean. And then lastly, we got KV.
What's happening, boys?
First of all, I want to thank you guys for coming on for real. It means a lot. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk Champions League draw. Yesterday, the Champions League draw
Yeah,
took place.
yeah.
Here's it. Let's talk about it.
Honestly, I mean, this whole new setup is just, for me, it's very fugazi. This whole new setup, they're just trying to put the smaller teams up in the roster. They want them to, have a better chance on winning, qualifying, which means they're generating more money. Um, let's see. I'm gonna take the first one. Let's do Benfica Barcelona.
Mhm.
Listen, Barcelona with Hansi, it's a different team. They're doing good this season. They did good in the group stage. And I think Barcelona can overtake Benfica. However, there's always room for surprise. But I think Barcelona, if they really thought they had a chance of winning the champions, they definitely should be passing Benfica.
Yeah. I mean, to add on the whole format of the
Yeah.
Champions League, the format that we're going by right now was the same exact format that the Super League wanted it to be.
Right.
So, and the
That's
UEFA
true.
president
Very
actually
true.
came out and talked against the Super League.
Yeah,
But then they changed
when
the
they
Champions
did
League
all
format
this hula hoop. Yeah, yeah.
to the Super
the
League
whole
format.
clubs as well.
Right, right.
So, yeah, honestly, this whole format is just, you're fixing something that's not broken.
All right.
So,
Here's my point of view, right? I think what they're trying to do is get as much of the big clubs out right away.
Yeah.
The round of 16 that they did, Man City and Real Madrid, they didn't even qualify at first, which was a big
Both of them did.
piece of it. Exactly.
We're out of it.
They weren't like qualified right away
Top
to the
eight,
round of
yeah.
16.
That's more like a semifinal, honestly.
I agree on the format. I agree on your Barca and Benfica. I'm gonna take Barca on that. But what do you guys think?
For me, I'm gonna talk about PSG versus Liverpool. I think that one is probably the most interesting one. Liverpool, like with the new coach, they're doing really well, like domestically, and now in the Champions League, they were like on top of the table with zero losses. On the other hand, you have PSG, a team that is going without Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, the superstars,
Yeah.
but they have a really good, solid team now under Luis Enrique, and I think they're probably going to be like the dark horse in the tournament so far. Um, but eventually, I would say like probably Liverpool will take it.
We'll take it.
I honestly think PSG has absolutely no chance against Liverpool.
Damn.
Even though they won on an aggregate of 10.
Well, here let's
nil.
let's continue with Barcelona. So everyone call their pick, and then we can
Sure.
just move from there.
I'm going Barca. I mean,
I'm gonna go Barcelona.
Going Barca for sure.
If they have any chance, like to reach the final, this is it.
this is
Yeah, I think Barca's side is definitely less easier than Madrid's side. I
It's
feel like the
definitely-
left side is definitely way more competitive than the right side.
Agreed.
So I honestly, take Barcelona for the final.
okay.
Between all these
Agreed.
teams, I
Agreed.
just put Barcelona.
You see
coming-
the final?
And this is
Me
coming from
too.
a Madrid
This is
fan.
coming from a Madrid fan.
Okay, but hey, my username is
gotta be honest.
the most unbiased
Okay.
Real
There
Madrid
we go.
fan.
Well,
So,
that's music to your ears,
Yeah.
Sam.
um,
Seeing them in the final.
Dortmund and Lille. Honestly, let's be honest. Nobody's gonna watch this game. It's
Yeah.
just so random of a game. But I'm gonna take Dortmund. They're playing. Their home is incredible. Their home is
Yeah.
incredible. It's one of my favorite stadiums that I wanna go and experience the game there. Lille have been doing good in the league, but I just don't see them pass against Dortmund.
Okay. Okay. I will do Borussia too, just because of they definitely have much more experience than Lille in the Champions League, especially round of 16. I'll say Borussia on that one, definitely. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with the same thing, Borussia and Lille. I think it's gonna be like a boring game, but
Yeah.
as you mentioned, like they have the upper hand, more experience. I think they will go through.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dortmund too. But again, I wouldn't be fully surprised if Lille does something. But I'm gonna go with Dortmund as well.
Yeah. Next up, we have Bayern and Bayern Leverkusen.
Oof.
Here's the thing. I mean, the start with Bayern, we all know. I mean, they hired company out of nowhere. Everybody's making fun of him, his tactics, the way he's doing with the team. He has an incredible team. I still think they have an incredible team. He just doesn't know how to manage well, honestly.
It's not. I mean, he's not that experienced in Europe, and then just shifting to a big team like Bayern is not an easy move, you know.
From where?
But I give him
Exactly.
props. The guy is believing in himself. He
Yeah.
took the chance. He's what? They're the first right now.
Yeah,
A couple
are.
points difference on the
First in the league.
Bundesliga.
Yep.
So he's doing something. It's working somehow. Maybe it wouldn't work in the Champions
Yep.
League, but locally, very high chance for them to snatch the Bundesliga. Obviously, Leverkusen with the magnificent season last year. They're still up in the top. They're the second right now,
Correct.
Yeah.
and they're close to them. So I think this one is very, very interesting. And if I'm going to pick, I would say Bayer Leverkusen has more motivation to make it through and go to the quarterfinal. I think Company does not really have that much experience yet. It's his first season. Xabi Alonso spent 2 years, I believe, right now with Leverkusen. He knows the players. He played before in the league. I would say Leverkusen would have more motivation to make it through.
Honestly,
That's my pick.
If this was last year's draw, I would have went with Leverkusen.
Okay.
But this year, I just don't think they're performing as good as they were.
It's
last
not.
season.
It's not
And
as
it's
easy.
not about that,
It's not as
100%,
easy as
but
as you think.
I know that, and because of that, I'm not gonna rule them out. But
Okay.
I'm gonna go Bayern just because I feel like Bayern has way more experience than Bayer Leverkusen.
They do.
And even though Bayer Leverkusen obviously have been climbing the ladder, but I'm afraid that they're gonna be like Newcastle, a one wonder season.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of because
Could be.
So I'm gonna go Bayern
Okay.
with this one.
Okay. Fair
I think it's 50-50. I mean, as you said, first is Bayern, second is Bayer Leverkusen on the table. Bayern Leverkusen definitely way below where they were last season. Last season was just incredible. They barely lost a game until towards the end.
Right.
And then they obviously flew.
But still, this season, I think they only
this
have
season,
one
yeah.
loss.
Yeah, this season they're doing good. They're doing good.
In the Bundesliga, I think they only have one
They
loss.
only have one loss. Yeah. I think Xabi Alonso, he ain't got much time left at Bayer Leverkusen, and he's going to make the most of it. With that being said, as I said, I think it's 50-50. There is a chance Bayern can go through,
Yeah.
but I'm taking Bayer Leverkusen.
Bayer Leverkusen.
Interesting.
For me, I think it's gonna be a really interesting game, very nice game. Like as you guys mentioned, Bayer Leverkusen, they have the coach been with them for a couple of years. He knows the players. They've been playing with each other good. But at the same time, like you're talking about Bayern Munich, they have really good, solid names and players that are experienced, been there before, done that.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be really tough, but at the end, I'm gonna go with Bayern.
Okay. So we got 2 picks.
Well, both of
Bayern.
them are Bayerns.
Yeah.
Both of them are Bayerns.
Munich.
Valid. Yeah.
All right.
Specific.
Next
Bayern,
up-
Bayern München.
Inter and Feyenoord, I think it's, pretty self-explanatory. Honestly, Feyenoord beat Milan because Milan was bad. And when I say Milan, I mean AC Milan.
Shockingly.
AC Milan is just awful. They've terrible. And I
That's
think,
terrible.
I really didn't see much that's good about Feyenoord.
It would have been a Milan derby.
Yeah. And by the way,
Oh,
guys,
gosh.
KB is a Milan fan, so just for you to know that.
Over there.
Yep. And then, as I mentioned, I mean, there's really not much to this. I genuinely do think Inter will slap them big time.
Okay.
Not even close. Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
What's your take, guys?
I'm gonna go Inter Milan. But just again, I still wouldn't be surprised if Feyenoord does something because
Nah.
I don't know. It's,
I don't think that's
I mean,
gonna be it.
That's tough.
like all these Italian clubs are
The
just
only
are
Italian
just
club
not
left.
as strong as their clubs. So just like AC Milan, I didn't expect them to lose against Feyenoord, but they did. So
Yeah.
and I really don't think Inter Milan is that much better than AC Milan. Yeah, they are, but
But they
Not
reached the
that
final
much.
though.
Yeah.
I honestly think that was like a Fugazi.
That was a Fugazi
because
road
we
to
like
final.
City, even though they
let's
won
not
1
go in
0
that
No.
direction.
Come on.
Let's
Honestly,
not,
no.
let's not
I
go in
think-
that direction.
Hey,
Please.
you gotta give them credit. You know, you gotta give
Like,
credit where credit is due.
You can't
It's
be
a
saying all of
it's a
that.
Champions League
But
final.
It was an easy reach.
In terms,
It
It was easy
Yeah.
reach.
Okay.
It's just like
Then why
it's-
didn't-
yeah? I mean,
why didn't
Spurs
they
did
get
even a better
smashed?
job.
yeah.
Spurs after with Liverpool had a better run. Inter Milan had like who like Benfica and I forgot like 2 other teams, but
And in the final, they lost 1-0 to Man City.
No,
yeah, but they
I
they
say-
got dominated though.
Huh?
They were dominated the whole game. They
I
lost 1-0, but
say-
they
That's
dominated
true.
the whole.
I
That's true.
say their route to the final was pretty
Simple.
easy.
Yeah.
100%.
They did a good fight at the final. I give them that. That's for sure. They didn't have the right finishers.
Right.
Yeah.
They weren't able to
Um,
finish.
They didn't really have the good finishers, although they had Lukaku and Martinez at that time.
Yeah.
But I think they put a good fight in general because City got lucky like twice, 3 times.
lot.
They could have scored.
lot.
I remember that final.
Yeah.
So I think the route was easy.
Yeah.
Their final was a good game.
Yeah.
I give them
And
that.
let's-
But see, no one remembers second
yeah.
place. If
Yeah.
you're not the
Yep,
first,
100%.
no one is.
And
No,
let's
no
be
one will
honest.
remember
God
you.
knows when is the next time they're gonna be in the final. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I respect Inter
Yeah.
Milan, but I just don't
mean,
see them going to the final.
The time prior to that was 2010.
yeah, exactly,
Right?
exactly.
That was
So-
a different team though. 2010 with Jose.
Jose
Yep.
Mourinho. Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead. So
We're going
my
to the-
pick would be Inter too.
I would go
Yeah.
with Inter, yeah.
I would say Inter too. Yeah,
How about you?
I would
think,
love
as
for
I
them
said,
to exit, but I would probably
Yeah.
say it's
and
Inter.
that's and I like that because you have to be honest. You know, even though
Yeah.
you're an AC Milan fan, you can't just hate. It's pretty. I mean, it's pretty clear. They just don't have any chances.
I would say Inter.
I see
can
Inter
pass
passing
through,
too, but
Yeah.
the good game that everybody must talk about,
Alright.
as being said, is PSG and Liverpool.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
This is
like
yeah.
as I said, like PSG has no chance against Liverpool. And I'm not saying this
Yeah.
because
Damn.
I have, any type of love for Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
But PSG has no chance against Liverpool, especially after Mbappe left. What is left for the team? The
All
team
right.
had its chance to win the Champions League. They bought everyone. Ramos.
Yeah.
They had Hakimi. They still have him, but Mbappe, Messi, Neymar, they had everybody they still could win the Champions League against Liverpool. And with the way that Liverpool is performing this season, no chance.
That's
They're
true.
No
fierce.
chance.
Yeah,
That's true.
they're
I-
fierce.
I agree. I honestly agree. I think PSG is just that club that will never get what they paid for. I mean, they paid billions of dollars.
Oh boy.
Incredible investment. I mean, other than Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, I don't think we'll ever see anything different. With that being said, I think Liverpool right now, top of the league.
Yeah.
Salah on fire.
Oh yeah.
PSG,
Unbelievable.
Salah.
Honestly,
you know,
unbelievable.
PSG's doing great. Don't get me wrong; they're doing great too. Dembele's on fire. A lot of people are talking about Dembele. You know,
Barcola,
screw that rap. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
He left
yeah.
Barcelona and he started doing good. With that being
At
said, hey,
least he's not getting injured.
exactly, he's doing good. And by all means, I wish nothing but the worst for Liverpool. Really, genuinely don't. Really. And but with that being said, I gotta be truthful here. I'm taking.
You want to
Liverpool.
tell them why you wish nothing but the worst for them?
You guys know. You
Good
guys
old-
know
good
exactly.
old memories.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
We took revenge for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
sure
old
did.
memories.
And
huh?
that's why I honestly love my Madrid fans and
Okay.
love Madrid in general as a club. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I see Liverpool passing for sure.
Okay.
go ahead.
I would say Liverpool too.
Yeah.
I would say Liverpool is really in a very, very strong position right now. Not just in the champions, domestically as well. I think Liverpool can snatch that win. PSG, a lot of changes every year. There's a lot of players going out and coming in, which is not good for a club. You want to get players and you want to maintain a certain squad for as long as possible because at the end of the day, it's the chemistry between the players what really gets it going. So at this time, I don't think PSG can pull any miracles. Honestly, we've seen them before. We know their history. You know, I would go with Liverpool definitely. At least at that stage, the round of 16, they definitely better pull it up.
Yeah.
For me, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, same thing. Like Liverpool obviously have the upper advantage, but I don't know about PSG. Like I think it's gonna be a really interesting game.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I don't care about any of them.
Yeah.
Like neither.
Genuinely.
I don't care. Like I wanted PSG to be with Barcelona in the first place. You know
to
what
get
I mean?
revenge, yeah, from
Exactly.
last year. Yep.
But I think like
I'm glad they'll go out from Liverpool.
yeah, Liverpool like have
We'll take care of them.
Oof.
have
Dude.
have the upper advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
And then, I mean, 100%. I'm going Liverpool all day.
Okay.
There's no
Um,
mystery here.
Yeah,
you know?
100%. I mean, and but then moving on to Bruggage and Aston Villa.
Well, Bruges.
Yeah, honestly,
Well,
like this is like the thing is like it's so easy to just go with the most popular club like Aston Villa, but
No,
the
you
thing is
never-
Aston if the same thing with Bayer Leverkusen. If you asked me this last season, I would have told you, dude, like this is a no-brainer.
Club Brugge beat Atalanta.
Yeah.
They beat them.
Yeah.
Have you seen the
So
game?
It's
Have you seen the goals?
I mean, they beat him big time.
it was like some
was
really nice goals and like
was
they
shocked.
won
yeah.
like 1,000% like
Exactly.
100%
So-
deserved.
And which is why I can't just say Aston Villa right away. And Aston Villa is not as good as they were last season in the Premier
Yeah.
League.
Talking
They're not
yeah.
that bad,
Right.
but
But
Listen, yeah, go ahead.
but you have to understand that Aston Villa has nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah.
So this transfer window, they got some solid transfers
Yeah.
out
Oh,
of
yeah.
nowhere.
oh,
Out of
yeah.
nowhere, they
Oh,
just
yeah.
got some solid transfers, and they have nothing to lose domestically. They're like in the first 10, so they're definitely not competing
They're
there.
good,
Being in the round of 16 and then going to the quarterfinal for them would be a massive achievement. And I think they have the players and Unai
Oh,
Emre.
yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Good
point.
evening.
You know,
Good
He's made
evening.
for these.
Good evening. Good
I
evening.
totally forgot about that part. The transfer.
Yeah,
window.
this guy.
Rashford?
Yeah.
Rashford.
Yeah.
I would have never expected Rashford
to leave me. Yeah.
to leave
yeah, yeah.
Man United. That kid, it's like Mason Mount going Man
The
United.
treatment he's got. I mean, he deserved.
You would have never
better.
expected.
Let's
Deserve
not
better.
go in that direction.
But
I'm gonna
Honestly,
go.
I don't care about.
I'm gonna go Aston Villa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do Aston Villa.
I'm taking Aston Villa too. I think. I mean, what Club Brugge did against Atlanta is good, but I'm taking Aston Villa. I think at their home, between their fans, you're playing in the Premier League. These other guys are coming from Belgium. With all due respect, but different, different
Yeah.
ball game, different intensity. I'm taking Aston Villa. Yeah.
For me, I think like obviously like everyone would go with Aston Villa. Like they have like
Yeah.
the better coach, experience, etc. I'm gonna go with Aston Villa, but like I wouldn't be surprised if it was the other way around.
Wow. I honestly would. I honestly would.
Because like based on the game that they played against Atlanta, it was like
It was good.
it
Yeah,
was
good.
ridiculous.
It was
like,
a good game.
like a really good football, really good goals, like and they won like against a top team. You know what I mean?
And honestly, talking about this, I just remembered the coach of Atlanta took a hit on Lukman after he missed the
The
penalty.
penalty, yeah.
He came out and he said,
What?
Lukman is a terrible
No
penalty
way.
taker. I swear to God. And he said,
And he took it from the
Really?
guys. He took it like
This
unwillingly.
freaking guy won him the Europa
took a hit
League
on him.
last season with a scoring a hat trick.
Yeah.
Now
And
he's
then-
talking shit about him.
incredible. Fabrizio,
I-
How easy
I
things
would.
It was so
I could
funny.
Never understand how a coach
How
come out
easy
public.
this
how can he do
was-
such
and
things?
speak against his
Exactly. Not in
players?
public.
You know what this reminds me of?
Talk shit about his
Which
boy.
coach?
Ten Hag.
Den Hag, dude.
Ten Hag?
Ten Hag.
The guys came out and spoke against Sancho like that publicly.
Yeah, this
Then
kid
you
is
expected
gone.
Sancho to
This
just
kid
like,
is gone right
oh
now.
no, yeah.
But yeah, it's a terrible thing to do always because that doesn't only just
reflects,
kill the
yeah.
momentum of the
Yep.
player, it kills
Yeah.
the momentum for the whole team.
100%.
When
right.
they know that, oh, if I messed up, the coach is gonna bash me.
Exactly.
It's
In
not.
public,
It's
it's
not
crazy.
good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
He's
So-
leaving regardless. Fabrizio confirmed regardless. in June he's
Gasparini.
leaving.
Really?
Oh wow.
No, Lukman.
Lukman.
Really?
Yeah. And honestly, he deserves better than that.
He deserves better,
He's
100%.
great.
You know, like
I'm-
like he came in like in the second half,
Yeah.
and he scored the goals. He had the penalty.
And Madrid fans would relate that Madrid game that they played against Madrid and Atlanta. He did a phenomenal job. They lost it obviously because they're playing against Madrid, but he's still a great did a great job, I
Yeah,
thought.
he's good. He's good.
But with that being said, let's get to the real stuff here.
Uh-huh.
Madrid, Atletico Madrid.
Fire game.
Let's
Honestly,
honestly.
fire
I mean,
game.
let's
Woo!
skip.
Let's start with you.
Let's
I want to hear you
let's,
first.
Let's skip this one because
Yeah.
if anybody thinks that Atletico Madrid has a chance,
Yeah.
All right.
the slightest chance against Real Madrid, don't watch football. Football is not for you. Real Madrid is gonna dominate something called Atletico Madrid. It's gonna dominate the fake Madrid team, which is the second
Right.
Madrid team. I think they have no chance against Madrid at all.
Let's be honest.
Okay.
I saw Madrid against City. I was hoping that City could do something. After that Mbappe hat trick, I mean, it's just
Come on,
ridiculous.
dude.
So I agree. I agree with you. Honestly, I really genuinely don't see Atletico Madrid passing by. And with that being said, Atletico Madrid, the next 10 fixtures they got going down,
Mhm.
2 games against Barcelona in the Copa del Rey,
Wow.
2 games against Madrid in the UCL, and 1 game against Barca in the league.
Dude.
I mean, as I said, I really don't see it, going through. It's not going to be easy for Madrid. It's not going to be easy, but Madrid is definitely going to pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I think like obviously like it's a fire game.
Yep.
Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's the derby, like the usual. I think Atletico this season is like different than any season, honestly.
They are.
Like
You're right.
I think that they're playing a really good
Different game, yeah.
like football, like domestically. They got some really new players,
Players, yeah.
and strikers. They have momentum, and like their coach, they had the same like way of playing. But I think like they're gonna give Madrid like a hard time.
Yeah.
But like after like learning through experience,
Exactly.
Madrid, like in the Champions League, like
me a
they're
break.
different.
Give me a
You
break.
never rule this team
Yeah,
out.
exactly. They're different.
You're
Give me
just
a break.
never
different
gonna
kind
win.
of like beast and
And
animal.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
this is
Um,
and this is also a message, right? And I'm not taking it on you, but specifically
you.
Barca fans, right? Who criticized Mbappe when he transferred
Yeah.
to Real Madrid
Yeah.
and named him as a flop. They put him as a flop.
Yeah.
Look at what he's doing right now. Look at
Oh, yeah.
what Mbappe's doing.
It was a
right
matter of time.
now.
But, like,
He's a
honestly-
killer.
Yeah.
A hat trick against City.
Sure, sure.
A hat trick against City.
But I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Like
Hat-trick.
City is definitely like on the weak side, and we can all agree that they're like the
Oh yeah,
weakest
yeah.
side
This
of
year,
City
they're
that
not
we've
a-
seen.
I agree,
that
I
we've
agree.
seen. They are the
I agree.
weakest. So this
Yeah.
so this season, like they're going out trophyless,
Yep.
which is shocking for them, right? For Madrid, I would say like for Mbappe, honestly, like this is probably like the first game that I actually say like can say easily like okay, this is Mbappe.
something, yeah.
No, this is Mbappe.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like this
not
is
really.
Mbappe.
He's
He
been
scored.
performing.
But like not like
Not
this.
like not crazy.
like
yeah,
this.
that game
I
that
mean,
game was
It's
different.
not like every single game he's
Yeah. I
been
would
doing
say
this.
this is
You know what I mean?
But it's not a
Probably the-
surprise
Yeah,
Exactly.
to see such a
Yeah.
performance.
No,
from
this
him.
But
is
like
probably
that's
the-
why
it's
I
It's not a
said
surprise.
that's why I said like this is Mbappe, right? But like that was only for this game. Let's see.
Yeah.
This is-
Let's
no,
see how it
I
goes.
would- no, I would say this is the biggest game he's had just because of the name Man
Right,
City
right.
and a hat trick.
I think
but
it's a
he's
start.
been he's been performing.
I think
He's been
it's a
scoring
start.
He's
for the past.
He's the
good amount of
second
games.
top
Top scorer.
scorer
He is,
in
he
La
is.
Liga.
He is.
So
Yeah.
So it's not
And
like
he
he's,
has, like, what?
he's MIA.
I'm pretty sure he has like 28 goals, 27
Double
goals last
digits,
season
that's
in
for sure.
36
Double
games.
digits.
he had 17 in
So,
La Liga and
yeah.
then the rest is in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say Madrid, the Real Madrid, the Real. The
Yep.
Royal.
Yep.
You can't just not root for them. There's it's just so hard to accept that they're gonna lose because
Absolutely.
not just because like saying that out of thin air, because we've watched this over and over and over.
It's like a movie.
and
It's like a
over.
movie.
And every year you're like, okay, this
This is-
year they're
yeah.
out. This year they're
ridiculous.
gone. This year they're out. And then they come out of nowhere and they're like, surprise, surprise.
Yep.
We're still in it.
Yep.
For that reason, I'm gonna do Real Madrid for sure. Ancelotti, godfather of this tournament.
Yeah.
This guy knows every in and out about it.
Yeah.
I think they can
And he won
go
like,
by. It's not gonna
two
be
with them.
yeah,
He won 2 already with them.
That's
3 actually.
3 with Madrid.
with 2014.
With Madrid
2014.
3.
Oh,
He,
yeah,
he
yeah.
won
Right.
2
That's
since he
just
came
enough.
back,
Yeah.
which
Well,
was just recent.
Actually, well,
Yeah.
I mean, to be specific, it's 4. It's 4.
disgusting.
He's gonna win this.
Just
one.
makes my stomach hurt.
That makes
All
it
right.
4. No,
All right, slick boy.
Relax, dude.
I mean, yeah.
Listen, it's
Let's
too
see.
early to go to say that, but they're definitely a contender, 100%.
100%.
But to stay on topic, Madrid against Atletico, that's for sure, at least for me.
Last but not least, Arsenal, PSV. PSV did a great game against Juve. Fantastic game.
Oh my.
Fantastic game.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Game.
But
Beautiful
also
game.
Juve, I mean, their coach is new. Their players, they just went downhill.
Oh, dude, Juve's
It's
they went down.
yeah, yeah.
They went downhill. You
Yeah.
know, matter of fact, Juventus has the most appearances in the Champions League final
With losses.
The most
and
losses.
with low
Right, right.
losses,
That's
yeah.
true.
which is sad. So
They imagine if they won like half of these finals, it would have been a completely different team.
They would be
if I'm not
tying
mistaken,
Madrid.
That's like
They would be
I
like tying
think They
Madrid.
lost 6 finals. or
Yeah.
5 finals,
Yeah.
something.
But again, this is the big difference between a club that
Exactly.
will win finals
true.
and a club
That's
that won't.
true.
Like a
You know
top-
what I'm saying?
Like a top team.
Exactly.
Like Madrid.
100%.
But I'm taking Arsenal on this.
Yeah.
I still think
I'm going Arsenal.
he
I'm
fluked the
gonna-
league.
I'm gonna go with PSV
Yeah.
on this one.
That's a good take. I
Yeah.
mean,
I'm gonna go with PSV. I think they can, and I think they're gonna win against Arsenal.
damn, that's a
Okay.
good
Okay.
I wouldn't be shocked if they
Like-
passed Arsenal.
I'm
Yeah.
just I'm just
It's so
I'm just
random.
going with Arsenal. Like,
It's
like-
not gonna be a shocker.
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
Yeah,
Honestly, even though Arsenal, knowing Arsenal,
Yeah,
it's-
exactly.
it's you'd say you wouldn't be surprised if they don't go to the quarterfinal. But I still think they will reach the
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, so yeah.
Well,
So good luck.
Do you remember last
Good luck.
season who
For-
who they got eliminated by?
Arsenal.
Bayern.
Did they? Was it Bayern?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, even if they passed, look who they're facing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
So
saying.
it's better
It's like,
than
it's like
league now.
they better lose right now
You
rather
know what
than
I'm
get
saying?
I
out.
don't know. I
You
think-
what I
Well,
mean?
it's even worse for PSV because if
Like-
they
like-
beat
I
them, they will
think
get.
Arsenal they're back to a place where they belonged in previous years. I think Arteta did changes,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
For sure.
I don't think they're yet still to be able to just
Compete.
cap it off
Yeah.
and win that trophy. I
Yeah,
think they
no,
still need some more time
I don't know.
to get to that level of just closing the deal and winning the trophy. They're getting there. We saw them last season second.
Yeah.
They're competing now, so they kind of secured like a top 4 position.
Yep.
We're doing some decent deals. We're back
That's
to the
about it.
champions.
Yeah.
We're doing quarterfinals.
Definitely better than
That's
before. For
Yeah.
that's good, but I think they still need time to really to be looked at as like okay, they are a real contender.
But
in this
honestly,
trophy.
I think that's an achievement for them because as you said, I mean, when was the last time they won a real trophy? You know what I'm saying? So
I don't even remember.
Exactly.
Well, the Champions League, they've never
Yeah.
won the Champions
Never.
League. I'll tell
and
you
Premier
that.
League, when was the last time? I don't even know.
2000.
I don't know.
It was
2004 actually.
yeah,
I wasn't even born.
Arsenal.
what do they call it?
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, 2004.
I mean, hey,
2004.
But you know what I'm saying? Like-
the Invincibles.
The Invincible.
and that's another way to talk about
Oh,
Liverpool
10.
too.
Oh,
Not
10.
not that you guys are doing any better, but in terms of the Champions League, but yeah, I think Arsenal. You know,
I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's 50-50 honestly.
And while we're at it, we might as well just put Real Madrid in the semifinals. Because Arsenal
Sure.
has no bread against Real Madrid.
yeah.
Sure, I'll give you that.
On the other side, I'm gonna also put Liverpool to the semis. So
Okay.
probably semis.
Yeah.
I will say Madrid and Liverpool.
Yeah.
On the other half, it's gonna be Barca and
Bayern.
Bayer Leverkusen in for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing. But the only difference is I would say Bayern versus Barcelona, and I really think that Barcelona is gonna beat Bayern because Bayern is no longer.
They beat them. They beat them.
100%. It's back then.
Yep.
Like a couple
It's
years
different this year.
A couple years back.
Yeah.
Bayern was like the boogeyman when
Yeah.
it comes to Barca. But that's no longer a fact. So
Well,
I
I don't
honestly
think I can tell you the boogeyman can come at any moment.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah. So, and then in terms of Liverpool and Madrid, oof. No, this is gonna hit Liverpool fans. But
Damn.
as good as you're performing right now, and you're most likely gonna win the Premier League, you are not winning against Real Madrid in semifinals. Don't get your hopes up
they live in their
because
mind.
Real Madrid.
We've seen that movie
we
before.
we've seen it exactly. We've
seen that
we've
movie.
seen actually multiple movies
We've
before.
seen Salah say "Revenge, please."
Well, talking about the
He
Premier
learned, he
League.
learned, he learned.
Talking about the Premier
yeah,
League.
let's
okay?
let's switch to the Premier League.
We have
So we got Liverpool first,
okay.
Arsenal second, third is Nottingham Forest, and fourth is City.
Wow.
After today's loss, That's the difference, and they're tied in games. They're tied in games played.
Right, right.
There's 8 points, and
Yeah, I don't see it. And then if they won today, it would have been very interesting because Liverpool's playing Man City tomorrow.
oh yeah,
And Man City can still pull off anything
Yeah.
in this heavyweight game, you know?
Yeah.
If they drew at least, that would have been in Arsenal's advantage.
Yeah, I know, dude. Like Liverpool.
Happy Saturday for Gooners fans.
Yep.
They lost. They couldn't make it at home.
at home,
was-
at home.
They're not
Like,
consistent.
you know
It
the thing
was-
is,
it was
I
definitely-
like that was my prediction for the game. Like the day prior. Like
Yeah. With
I,
West
I
Ham.
was telling my dad that West Ham can compete
Yeah.
with Arsenal,
Yeah.
and I thought it would be a draw, and then they ended up.
West Ham with Harry Potter.
I had
I
the
mean,
same thing.
I don't know. Arsenal again. You know, they're doing very good. They've improved, but they're so.
The only chance if they would have won this game,
Yeah, it would have
and then
been very
Liverpool
interesting.
ties with City tomorrow. Again, Arsenal fans. I mean, I'm
Guys,
just
like
yeah.
We come back to the
realistic.
inconsistency. You know, we come back to the inconsistency.
100%. Yeah.
That really makes you think how hard it is to win a treble and to win
Oh, yeah.
3 or 4 trophies in
Oh, yeah.
one season.
I mean,
But yeah, Arsenal, I think they're out of the race.
so who's your top four? Who are you taking top four for them?
Listen, Nottingham Forest, very interesting season
Yeah.
with
Very
Nuno Espirito.
Yeah.
And I did not see them, sitting the top 4. It started for the first couple weeks of the league, but then they were consistent, honestly. And look at them, 47 points in 25 matches. That's definitely the best record they've ever had. And
100%.
sitting fourth is Man City. We know Man City is one of their worst seasons, but still, talking about Man City, one of the worst seasons, they're still sitting fourth. And I'm gonna say they're gonna go third.
Third. Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna say they're gonna finish off third.
Honestly.
But yeah, see the difference. Like City, worst season, they're probably gonna finish third, exactly like the first season when Pep came in.
yeah.
Nottingham, I think they won a lot of matches. They will finish at least top 5. And then you have Chelsea. Bournemouth is also
Bournemouth is
a
going
good
great.
team over there.
Aston Villa too might come in.
So
A lot of exciting.
with
games.
all these new signings and changes that has been happening, this is probably the first time in a good time that we're seeing different teams
Yeah, exactly.
sitting in
Not
the top
boring, same.
in the top 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when was the last time we saw Nottingham?
Yeah.
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
These are like 7th, 8th, maybe
Yeah.
below clubs.
Different. Yeah.
But yeah, Chelsea started really good. They fluked halfway. They're 6th. Also today they lost
Yeah.
with Aston
I
Villa.
mean, that's the Premier League for you. You know.
You can never predict.
That's
this.
the Premier
can
League
never
for you.
predict
True.
it. And then I don't know. We're only able
To see the
to
first
see the
nine,
first 9,
unfortunately,
which is a
yeah,
shame.
Yep.
And
And-
United are sitting.
Yeah. By the way, guys, too, Dean, KB, and the most unbiased Madrid fan are also United fans. So
Yeah.
just letting you know about that because that,
So let's not talk about United. At least for now, they're not even showing on the table.
But I mean,
so-
who you guys taking as who's the winner of the Premier League this season?
Like let's be realistic. Like I don't know who's counting on Arsenal to take the league from Liverpool. Like they've been playing really good football, and they definitely deserve where they
Lovely
where they
football.
are.
Yeah, absolutely.
61
Absolutely.
points with this new coach who's come in first season.
First
doing
season,
all this.
incredible.
His players are on fire. He has a really strong squad as well, with multiple options.
Yeah.
And like if it was City, the second, then I would say maybe. But Arsenal, and after today's performance, I never thought
I agree.
I never
Today
thought
was
that
a
they would
shocker,
ever
yeah.
like
The-
even
the
get
thing-
close to
the thing
Liverpool.
with-
Like
Yeah.
The thing with Arsenal too is they've had their chance to win the the Premier League,
They did
multiple
especially
times.
last 2 seasons.
Yep, multiple occasions.
So I like, especially 2 seasons ago, they were so close to winning the Premier League, and they bottled like a 13-point lead.
Yeah.
That's
How do you
crazy.
how do you
That's
bottle
crazy.
that when you haven't won
Wow.
the Champions League, the
Hurts,
Premier
man.
League, like 20 years?
It hurts.
You don't do that. So that's the thing with Arsenal. And the thing is, the points that they flopped were against like mid-table
Yeah,
teams.
yeah.
Like that's the problem. So they had their chance in the Premier League, but so if they were gonna win the Premier League, they would have taken it from
Yeah,
City.
I
But
agree.
taking it from Liverpool, I doubt it, because Liverpool has shown in 2020 when they won
Yeah.
when they won the Premier League, that they're just not that team that flops points. So I don't think they're gonna flop points, especially taking the Arsenal second. So if they flop points, which they have been doing the last 2 games, you have Arsenal right here. So no worry, I got your back. So
Honestly, I mean, you'll have some people that might come at you and tell you, "Hey, you're a United fan. Why are you even talking? We're second. You're 15th." But again, I repeat,
I'll tell you why.
yeah, I mean, United is still, regardless of what they're doing, it's a period. Obviously, it's a long period. It's been a long period, but regardless, I'm taking United over Arsenal all day, every day. In my
We've been-
opinion.
we've
In my
been-
opinion.
We've been experiencing this pain for the past
Yeah.
13, 14 years.
Damn.
Different
Damn.
coaches, different players, different management, and then
Even
still the same thing.
and the problem is not with the players. Anthony left.
Um,
Look what he's doing with Betis. Rashford
Yeah.
left, 2 assists today. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's
Listen,
tough, man. What's
it's-
wrong with United?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
I think United missed the biggest chance ever to get a complete rehaul of the club, its facilities, its foundation, whatever you want to call it,
I know where you're
when they rejected the freaking Qatari.
Qatar.
bid.
sorry, bid. Yes.
what a joke.
That would have been the best thing that ever happened to
them?
United after, Sir Alex left, because these guys are serious.
Yep.
They had a game plan.
Yep.
They had everything ready to go. They were very, straightforward about the vision. I think Sir James, or Jim
Sir
rather,
Jim Ratcliffe,
Yeah.
Jim, I don't think
They
anything
don't care.
changed.
They don't care.
I don't think anything changed.
Yeah.
Like it's just like a marketing
Another
strategy.
business for them,
Like
yeah.
I think they just tried fooling the fans or something. And the biggest reason is like
It's sad.
they extended Ten Hag's contract, and then
sacked him.
boom, he's sacked. So
Multiple times.
I
It
think
happened.
United needs a whole complete renovation. It's not a manager's issue that we could tell,
Yeah.
because managers has been coming and
yeah,
leaving.
yep.
The money is still being spent. Last season, a lot of money, millions of dollars are being spent, and the problem is still not being solved. So yeah, I think they need a whole takeover of the club, starting from ground zero and then going all the way to the top.
Well, I can tell you something. I don't know if you've seen the interview. They did an interview with Avram, which is like one of the owners
Yeah.
of the club, and he's American, and he was on the way to meet the president at that time,
The U.S.
the
president?
U.S. president.
Oh wow.
Damn.
And like they were like Sky Sports. They were like,
Okay.
Oh.
"Do you have any comments?"
Think
on
I watched
that?"
this
Like,
video.
Rajim being like, "Is there any changes?" And he's like, "No comment." And then he's like, "Are you willing to sell the club?"
Yeah.
And then he said, "No,
Yeah.
I'm on
Yeah.
my way to see the
They're
president."
taking it as a
These
business.
guys-
So these guys are just like watching the view from above, and like honestly, they don't care about the
No.
club or anything about it.
I honestly think that Man United was Sir Alex Ferguson. Once Sir Alex Ferguson left United, the club was demolished. And the thing is, people say, oh, but United had history even before Sir Alex. Not really, because before Sir Alex in the 80s, Man United had 7 Premier Leagues. Liverpool had 18. Fast forward 30 years
That's
almost.
ridiculous.
He left with United having 20 Premier Leagues. 20 Premier Leagues.
Yeah.
So he made United's history. He was United's history. Man United, honestly, for me, was never a historic club without Sir Alex Ferguson. I seriously think that Sir Alex made Manchester United. Once he left, it was game over, and it's sad because honestly, Sir Alex wasn't even planning to leave Man United, and he had Bale and bringing back Cristiano Ronaldo, the best player in the history of football, by the way.
Maybe in your eyes.
back to United.
about that.
And Ronaldo, he called Ronaldo, and Ronaldo actually agreed to go back to Manchester United. That was in 2014 almost, though, like a year before Sir Alex Ferguson. And Evra, by the way, came out and said this. So Man United was gonna, they were still gonna go up the hill. But once he left, boom.
Well, we could always agree Liverpool's gonna win it this season.
Yeah.
You guys have any other doubts?
No, I think
Just right off the
I
bat.
think Liverpool.
I think Nottingham Forest are doing absolutely amazing. Seeing them there just feels weird. It looks weird, but it's honestly
Hey, they deserve
amazing.
it, man.
And taking the top four, my top four are going to be Liverpool, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, and Chelsea. I'm not going with City in the top four.
Come on.
And you can clip me
That's
on
that's
this.
a hot take.
You can clip me on this.
You're taking Chelsea
I'm
fourth.
taking Chelsea because the thing is, Man City are fourth, but between Man City and even the eighth or even the ninth is like 4 points, which is nothing.
All right.
So I'm honestly gonna take Chelsea.
Let's switch to real football. Let's talk about La Liga.
Oh wow.
Let's talk about La Liga
Hey.
and look at where the standings at right now. This is
Wow.
this is what we want to be
This
looking at.
honestly, this is. It's been
You know?
a good standing for quite some time. I know always it's Barcelona and Madrid flying,
Yeah.
but Atletico right now in
They're
the
coming
mix. And I think Madrid has still one
Madrid
game.
has one more game.
Yeah,
One
one
in
more
hand.
game. So it's
They're
Okay.
and don't look at the Atletico Bilbao too. They're close.
Yeah.
But again, I
Bilbao
think
still got Valverde.
they still got Valverde.
Okay.
They still got
This guy
Ernesto Valverde.
But,
this
like,
guy's-
But no, they're. I mean,
Let's
like
be
they might
realistic.
stay fourth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, like
No, they're not gonna go in.
Yeah,
They're not gonna.
they're definitely not gonna
Okay.
compete with
But
the big guys.
I mean, this is lovely.
I think
Honestly,
this is really interesting because three teams, Barcelona, Atletico, and Real, can snatch it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a definitive winner in La Liga. I think it's open for all. I mean, Barcelona were what, like 8 points clear,
Yeah.
if I'm not
7 or
right?
They
8
were-
points.
They were even
Were they
Yeah.
like
I
8
think
points
even
clear
more.
at
They
least
were
at
more
some
like
point?
11
But
points.
that's the
Damn.
thing. That's
Oh
the thing.
wow, 11.
But again, Madrid was 7 points clear too, and they
agreed,
fluked it.
agreed,
Sure.
agreed.
Sure,
You know?
sure. But and you can count this, by the way. Barcelona dropped 15 points. Dropped 15 points. I'm not saying they were on top, a clear 15 points, but they did not take advantage of 15 points after beating Real Madrid 4-0. And that's the thing. That's the problem with Barca, right? You guys get all hyped up when you beat Madrid, and then you take that as a trophy. But you missed 15 points that you could have taken advantage of. And against who? Against
I mean,
mid-table
it's always like
teams
that. It's always like that.
at your home.
Yeah.
So
Right, you're right, but like we're still back. Like we got back.
Yeah.
I think Barcelona this time will keep the lead.
You know
I
what?
think they're just gonna go game by game, and they're just gonna take it all the way
Yep.
to the end.
Yep.
Talking about Madrid, they have a game tomorrow with Girona.
Yep.
You know what I mean? At home.
Yeah.
it's gonna be a walk in the park.
I wouldn't say walk in the park.
Girona, look at them. Last season, where did they finish? Now,
like second or something.
I think they finished
Third?
top four. Top
Top
four.
four.
Yeah, finish.
They were playing champions.
They're
and
playing
now they're not even-
champions?
They're not even in the.
Were they
top
eliminated
seven.
champions?
No, I think
They were
missed
out,
on
they
the
were out,
Champions
yeah.
League for some reason.
No, they lost early on
because of
Oh,
City.
okay.
Because of City.
Oh,
But
Because like City
Okay.
owns them.
you're gonna say this is a crazy take.
Uh-huh.
I second you. I think Barcelona is 100%.
I'm
Not
gonna
100%, but Barca's winning the Premier.
I'm gonna say
Barca's winning the
Barcelona,
league.
Madrid,
Barca's winning the
and
league.
then Atletico.
what world?
I agree.
In what?
So what do you think? Be honest.
I'm being completely.
And you know I'm honest.
And if I'm not, if I wasn't honest, I wouldn't
Okay.
have made my username most unbiased.
Damn.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Madrid
Wow.
is gonna win the La Liga. So to all the Barca fans,
You're totally unbiased.
You had your chance. You had your chance to win, to go clear on the La Liga. But
Take
that's
off.
the thing. You guys care more about El Clasico, right, than the actual league.
Actually,
right?
I agree.
So
on this
honestly,
Not all-
you know,
not
you
all
can.
yeah, they
Barcelona,
always hype the El Clasico as if this is like the final of La Liga,
Literally,
but then
they-
they lose track after it. Honestly,
They take that as a trophy. So
Yeah.
Barca fans take their El Clasico win, especially the Santiago Bernabéu.
But
right?
like you're talking about it
As
as if like it's a normal or like
No, I mean-
regular
I
win.
mean, no,
Like
no.
we're talking about like
honestly,
4-0,
honestly,
5-2.
Yeah.
You
honestly,
know what I mean?
honestly,
Like
I-
big
scores.
scores.
I honestly
And it always happens.
could not care less, even if the score was 7-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could not care
If they
less.
end up
If we're
not
winning the
winning.
La Liga,
That's true. I agree.
I could
agree.
not care
I
less.
agree.
All
I
right.
think
So you're saying Madrid?
all day.
Okay. I'm going to say, depending on how Barcelona and Real Madrid perform in the Champions League, the La Liga is going to be detrimental. Atletico can snatch it.
damn.
If Barcelona and Madrid advance through in the Champions League for like quarter and semifinal, I think Atletico would have more focus on La Liga, and they're very close. They're 1 point away. They have a solid squad, and I think they might snatch it. If not, I'm gonna say Madrid is gonna end up on top.
Okay. That's valid. And let's not forget that Atletico, Barca, and Madrid are all alive in all three competitions: Copa del Rey, La
That's
Liga,
true.
and Champions
That's
League.
true.
And as you said, it all
Yeah.
determines who's gonna be
It
consistent.
all
with their
depends,
results.
brother. Yeah.
But let's talk about the World Cup. World
Ay,
Cup
ay, ay.
coming out in the US
Next year.
next year.
That's it.
Next year.
It's crazy.
Let
Four,
me- let
4
me-
years already.
Let me say this hot take. I'm gonna be fortunate enough to witness Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi last dance with their national team.
Wow.
Ronaldo will retire after, Messi will
But
retire
hold up.
after, and I will be able to see it live.
But do you think they're gonna make it to the to the next World
Listen,
Cup?
Messi. I think Messi would play, but I really don't think he would be a key player in the Argentina squad. Because if he was,
Yeah.
then I don't think Argentina is going to perform as well. Because Messi's days are gone. Last World Cup, yes, he was a key player.
I mean, he won it already.
100%, exactly.
won it.
So-
But like he talks about it as if like it's just like
because
like a normal thing.
The thing is,
Like,
you're not gonna put a
the
39-year-old
uh-huh.
in a Argentinian
That's
squad and set him
exactly-
to perform
That's-
It's
well.
different. It's
That's
different. It's
exactly
different.
what you said, and other people said the same thing about the last World Cup.
Yeah, but he was
He's like 36.
You know what?
He's too
Not even
old,
30, he was
he's out of the
35. He
game.
was
Let's say-
It's not good.
That's a great point.
Well,
Talking about
26,
age, let's watch Messi's last goal with Inter Miami against Kansas City in a snowy night. Look at that. Look at the control. Look at that.
With the righty.
With
That's
the right.
39.
No, but-
That's 39.
He's not,
You know-
he's
you know
not
what
even
is-
39
that's
years
30
old. He's not even
that's
30.
39
He'll
for
be
you.
39 in the World Cup.
You know what you're
foot.
forgetting? You know what you're forgetting is that that's in the
Mascherano?
MLS.
Yeah, he's the captain.
That's literally in the Burger League. That's what
That
you're
is.
forgetting.
Ah, he's
That's-
hating. He's
I
hating
give you
now.
that.
Come
That's
on,
what
come
you're
on.
forgetting.
Definitely a hater.
No, but
That's
I mean,
exactly what I'm
Honestly,
saying. He's a
it's
hater.
more like a Barca team. Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets,
Suarez.
Suarez.
But
What are
no,
you
no.
doing?
I mean,
Lionel
You
Messi.
think
Fitness-wise.
Let's see.
he's gonna do that in the World Cup?
But come on. Look at that. Look at that. Look at
I
that.
think they could break him.
Look at that, man.
One,
It's
two.
snowing night, and I'm not saying he's gonna do it against all teams, but
honestly-
the guy's 38 years old.
on.
How do you even play in this weather?
Yeah.
It was negative 15 Celsius.
But
Okay.
It was,
was it?
Kansas City.
Oh,
Kansas
Missouri.
City.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that being said, that's Messi right now. Let's watch Ronaldo's last goal. And I think Ronaldo has more pressure on him. Look at that. Ronaldo's gonna be 41. Look at that last goal.
Where is he?
Look at how
Now he's starting
Yep.
sprinting.
The one, boom,
Oh.
finishing everything. He puts himself everything.
This guy.
You know, he gets injured,
See,
whatnot.
That's a goal. That's a goal.
Honestly,
Let's
That
yeah,
right there.
Ronaldo.
I mean-
he's a hard worker. He built himself from scratch. I think Messi's more of a born talent. You know, I'm not saying I'm not undermining anything that he did. One of the greatest ever to play the game, but I think Ronaldo puts more effort. I think Messi relies a little bit on his talent, which is not wrong, but Ronaldo genuinely,
he
bet on himself
built
and he
this,
worked really hard. I think both of them are the best players ever to be playing
Yeah,
this
I-
game. Just in a short, if I want to give my opinion, I would say winning trophy wise, I think Messi has achieved more in terms of Balon d'Ors,
Yep.
especially the World Cup.
World Cup.
But I don't think it's a fair comparison when you do it Messi versus Ronaldo, because each one of them is a great, great player and athlete, not
Yep.
just a player.
Yeah.
And they've done a lot to the game. And please, like, they've been consistent for like the past 15 years.
Yeah.
No player ever did that. To be like Ballon d'Or
Consistency,
contenders
yeah.
for like the last 15 years. Come on,
Yeah.
like this is something incredible.
You think they're going to be present in the World Cup next year? You think
I
they're
would
present?
say Ronaldo. He has a good relationship with the coach right now of Portugal.
Yep.
I think he's gonna get called regardless.
Yeah, he likes him.
I'm not sure if he's gonna be a starter,
no,
but
he's not, he's not.
I think he would call him. He would be there. Messi, I'm not sure. Did they change their national
he's the
coach?
Same guy.
Yeah, Messi, he could call him, but then Messi many times he said, "Oh, I retire," and he called it off, and then we saw him came back. So I don't know about Messi, but I think Ronaldo would be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like talking about like if he's gonna be there or not.
Yeah.
I think he's 100% gonna be there.
Yeah.
With Argentina, especially like after him coming to the MLS,
Yeah. Exactly.
doing the whole promotion,
Exactly. Exactly.
like it's even like a better image for like the
Makes
USA
sense.
in general.
Yeah.
Like, so he's definitely gonna be there, no doubt about that. As far as Ronaldo, I would say so.
mean-
I don't know if he's gonna be a starter, but
He'll be there.
he'll definitely
Don't
be
forget,
there.
he has the pressure of still trying to win it. He
No
still
way.
has it in his
No
mind. I
chance.
mean,
Like-
if you're
like-
Ronaldo, you're
like-
still thinking about that.
I would say so.
You know?
I would say like maybe in his mind like he's still playing in the Saudi league.
Yeah.
You know, like he's like the most famous person like on earth. Like
Exactly. Like
he
incredible.
keeps he keeps playing, he keeps scoring, and I think like I don't know if he's like the top scorer in the Saudi league. Or
I'm
not.
not- I'm not
but
sure,
Again,
honestly.
it's
But-
like
but
Saudi
like
league.
what I'm saying is like he's doing all of that to get like in a good position for him to be like called into the World Cup.
And
One
honestly-
thing one thing we can agree on, is that the Saudi league is way much better.
I was gonna
than-
talk about
than
that.
the MLS. It's, how many players from Europe, old and young, have
Well,
transferred to
we
the
know,
Saudi league?
we know why. We know what's
sure,
the,
yeah, I mean,
you know,
sure.
we know what's the motive,
Sure.
and I think just the influx of players that went out of nowhere, it killed Europe as a nation and the status of the European leagues a lot.
I agree.
because
That's-
I agree.
they lost good players. I mean, look,
That's Saudi
I mean,
league.
Al Ittihad, Al Hilal, Al Nasser is the fourth. Come on, like
hasn't
10
won it
points.
ever since.
He hasn't won anything.
He
with
hasn't
them.
Come on, man.
That's ridiculous.
Even
And-
Al Hilal,
That's
that was supposed to be with Neymar
Oh my
top.
God.
Right now, Al Ittihad got him, and look at the difference in points. They just beat him today 4-1. Now they're
Really?
7 points clear.
Is Benz still with Al
Benzema,
Ittihad?
Fabinho, Conte,
Wow.
Danilo Pereira,
Oh wow.
Moussa Diaby,
Yeah.
everybody.
Wow. So
Bergwijn?
what I'm saying is young lads are going there too, obviously because of
wonder
the
why.
money.
They're making it exactly.
But-
Money
Wonder
plays.
why.
I think they need a lot of time to be even considered, to be compared to the level of
So
the
I
European
agree.
leagues.
I agree.
And I think eventually, if they keep
They'll
going in
reach
that route,
100%. Yep.
eventually they're gonna create a Fugazi tournament
Yeah.
where you're gonna see the Saudi clubs
teams, yeah, in
competing
there.
with the European
In
clubs.
there, yeah.
But listen, nevertheless, the Saudi league just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't think right now it's that hot. I mean, do you guys watch it? Do you
I
guys follow up?
honestly keep up with it.
I personally don't watch it.
Some people
I
still
hear
don't
now
care.
and there.
Some people
yeah.
still don't care.
But
I keep up with it.
Yeah, just off this topic a little bit. Interesting signings.
Yeah.
This transfer window.
For going to the Saudi Arabia?
No,
Or-
just in general. What do you think
general.
is like was the most interesting one?
Honestly, a lot of people talk about Neymar to Santos. Let's actually watch this video. Neymar to Santos.
Neymar to Santos.
It got
Back?
multi-million views.
helicopter and made his way to
Look
the
at him.
stadium
Oh, wow.
through the crazy
But this guy is
fans.
like
He
the
posed
most
like
famous
a
person in Brazil now.
Nah, you can't compare him to
Come
freaking
on.
Pele, dude.
Look.
Come on.
fell to his knees, overwhelmed.
I mean,
with
incredible.
emotion. He did his
Incredible.
iconic goal celebration and posed
Everything.
with a young Neymar mask. When he saw the giant jersey prepared for him, he bowed down, kissed it, and repeated his iconic pose. Seeing the love from the fans, he got emotional and cried. Every footballer should return to the club of their childhood before retiring.
Yeah,
he
man,
did
look
what
at that.
Ronaldo and Messi couldn't. If you
Messi and Ronaldo are not gonna go back to no. Hell no. Hell no. They're
I mean,
different.
this
games.
this guy made his
Different
dough.
guy. He's a-
Exactly.
This guy made his dough.
made real dough, brother.
Now he's coming
Real
back
dough.
home. He could called it anytime.
Yep.
I mean, let's not talk about Neymar's career,
Let me put it this way.
financially, because this guy just
People rank Neymar literally after Messi and Ronaldo.
no way.
What do you
no
guys think?
chance.
Hell no.
People really
No
genuinely
chance.
think that. Even Brazil,
There's no,
even Brazil
there's
fans.
no chance.
chance.
There's no chance for this
That's
guy.
what I.
For
So-
me personally,
So you think it's a hot return for him to go back to Santos?
I think
What about you? Any
I mean,
other
you know,
transfers?
ranking Neymar after Messi and Ronaldo, you must be the most delusional
Exactly.
fan ever. Neymar is not even the top
yeah.
10.
agreed.
Not even
Agreed.
top
Agreed.
15.
All right.
Agreed.
And
That's a hot
and
take.
and this is to all the Neymar fanboys, right? The hype him up. Vinicius, by the way, has already surpassed Neymar's entire career. Not when Neymar was his age. His
Honestly,
entire career.
honestly.
The thing is, Neymar is a
Okay,
wasted
okay.
potential.
Yep.
The moment he decided to leave Barcelona and go to
Agreed.
PSG, his career
That
was
a long
ruined,
time ago.
and that's why I think he's a wasted potential.
I
Because
think
he could have achieved so much,
Yeah.
so much, but he chose not to, and he wanted
He
to
chose to,
leave
yeah, he chose to.
and escape Messi's shadow at Barcelona. 'Cause he wanted to be
think-
the best, which
I
never
think
happened.
the most interesting deal, and then we can move on to the last subject, is Omar Marmoush
Oof.
to City.
Talking about that, the clash of giants tomorrow, City, Liverpool,
Yeah.
Salah and Marmoush.
Damn.
It would be
that's
the biggest
crazy.
fuck you on earth if Marmoush
Yeah.
scores tomorrow against Salah.
No,
and
listen.
beat him.
Listen. I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
Marmoush, the
That's not gonna be determined by
Marmoush
that.
is still relatively new.
He's a baby. compared to Salah.
Honestly,
That's true.
Salah is incredible player, consistent over the last 7-8 years. No one can talk anything about this guy. Marmoush has a lot of potential, and his leave to City is the biggest proof. And we've seen him play, although they're not winning that much, but we've seen him in
Already scored a
good
hat-trick,
performance.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And he's scoring hat tricks and stuff. I think he needs a little bit more time. He's gonna be on the starting list all day. But I think Marmoush is the hottest. And then if I would say the move to PSG from Kvara is whatever. But I would like, after I hear from you guys quickly, I would like to touch base on the last topic, which is
Rafinha.
the Ballon d'Or contenders. But go ahead.
I would say
Hottest signing.
Marmoush, I agree. Definitely like a hot move for him. Definitely a good one, but I think he needs to improve a lot
70
at City.
million?
Wow.
And it's
that's a
different
lot of money.
than Frankfurt. So
Yeah.
but he has potential. He has
Yeah.
like whatever he needs. I think
right.
like that's probably the hottest one.
Ballon d'Or contenders and prediction
Listen,
for the winner.
I'm gonna give it right off the bat. I think it's genuinely between those three players:
Okay.
Salah, Mbappe, Rafinha,
Okay.
and you can put Vinny there too.
Really?
If
Okay.
I had
I
to
would
pick
put
one,
Vinny.
Right.
they're Rafinha with all the incredible performance that he's done. They're not gonna pick him. It's just UEFA.
Yeah.
Same goes for I think Vinny, the biggest robbery on earth. They picked Rodri over Vinny. It's gonna fall down between Salah and Mbappe, and I think it will fall down to the tie between Madrid and Liverpool.
Exactly.
If Liverpool win the Premier League and they pass to the finals, Salah's gonna take it, and vice versa.
agree.
It's so crazy. There's a lot of politics, in between it, behind the scenes. I think Salah, if he wins the Champions League and the Premier League,
That's it.
100%
give this
deserved.
guy the Ballon
100%.
d'Or,
That's it.
leave
That's it.
Liverpool,
Yep.
and call it a career.
If Salah is ever going to win the Ballon d'Or, it's
It's this season.
So
I agree.
it's this year.
He
But
deserves it.
yeah, I honestly, just like you said, if Mbappe wins the Champions League, I think it's gonna go for Mbappe. Even
Yeah.
though Salah had an incredible season, if Salah wins the Premier League and the Champions League, game over.
I
What
think we
about
can all
you?
agree on that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think Salah definitely deserves it if he wins both. Even if he only won the Premier League.
The Premier League, I agree.
Same thing.
Top scorer, top assister in the Premier League.
And
if he continues.
consistent
Yes,
for the
yes.
past
He deserves
I
it
don't know,
before
5
leaving
years.
Liverpool.
I think Mbappe still has time. He will definitely win it.
with Madrid.
Salah, he's not gonna have that time. Rafinha, this season
No.
he's been consistent. He's not consistent over the previous seasons. I would
It's his
see
second season.
Salah.
So who's
for
your
sure.
pick? Who's your pick
Salah?
taking it?
Salah. I would say
I
Salah
would
if
say
he
Salah
wins
out of all of them.
Champions and La Liga. I think.
Hot
Salah
take,
will
I'm
do it.
going to take Mbappe in his first year ever with
Ay,
Real
ay.
Madrid. He wins the Champions League and the Ballon d'Or.
Wow.
Nah, hell.
Oh, we know your answer. Yeah.
I think that should top it off, guys. All right. I appreciate you guys coming on. For
Yeah,
real.
man. Let's do it.
Guys,
It was
don't
good stuff.
forget to subscribe, like the video, share it, and we're out, baby.